Welcome to the Badass Babe Manifest podcast. The vibe here is how to manifest in a simple and fun way, implementing my abundance DNA method without the bullshit, overcomplicated hacks or fluff. I'm your host, Kelly Pender, your spiritual manifestation coach, and together we're going to uncover your unique abundance frequency, step into who the fuck you are unapologetically, and remove the limitation caps as well as playing it small to open yourself the F up to the unlimited abundance, success, and money to easily flow into your life and or business. Let's manifest that shit. Hello, my love. Welcome back to another episode of the Badass Babe Manifest podcast. I'm very excited about this episode because I was recently reflecting on what has truly allowed me to shift and to get some inspo. I went back in my photos, looked at pictures and videos of 2019, 2020, when I was like first starting EFT tapping and first starting everything that I now teach and embody today. And looking at myself, I'm like, who is that girl? Who is she? Because even though I was allowing myself to do the damn thing, I was still severely holding myself back. All right. And we're going to dive into today the biggest shift for myself and for my clients that truly allowed us to blow our business the F up and to share our work, our message with the world with confidence and conviction. So this episode is going to be powerful as fuck. And before we dive in, I just want to celebrate two of my clients. I'm celebrating my client E, who I know I shared this in a recent Instagram story, but in case you didn't see it, she just manifested two brand new clients in the business that she has with her husband. And those two clients equate to $30,000 this summer. So F yes, go queen. And then my other client T, who I had a one-on-one Voxer day with, and we just completely released any fear, any resistance around raising her prices, any fear, any resistance around allowing herself to launch her new offering that feels completely in alignment with her soul, with the work that she came here to do. This offering is in complete alignment with her vision of her business, and she's effing doing it. And she's doing it with prices that feel good, where before she had prices where it was like, well, I'm not really sure. And this is probably what I should charge. This is what other people are charging. And it was keeping her small. And it wasn't allowing her to make the moves in alignment with the vision that she had for her business and life. And so she's doing the damn thing. She's launching that this week, and I'm so proud of her. And I love celebrating my clients at the beginning of episodes because I want to show you what's possible for you, because I say this in almost every episode. So many of us on our journey of really stepping into who the fuck we are and who we came here to be in our lives, in our businesses, in our careers, in alignment with who we truly are and with our desires. It can feel so lonely and it can feel very isolating because if you're new here, welcome. But you know this, 98% of people are operating out of logic, operating out of Newtonian physics. That means 2% of people are in quantum physics and being led by their desires and led by the quantum. Okay. And so what is so important with this episode in particular, let's get to the meat, let's get to the juice of it all, is that, and this is what I was reflecting on looking back at my photos and videos from 2019, 2020, is that you can have all of the business strategy. You can work with top business coaches, have all of the courses, have all of the programs, have all of the support and coaching, which I did and I loved it. There were some that was like, okay. And there was other programs and coaches that I'm like, fuck yes, this is amazing. Like this is a strategy that I needed. However, from my experience with my clients, it does not matter how much strategy you have if your neural pathways are ingrained to lack, if you are playing in logic and Newtonian physics and not allowing yourself to be in the quantum, to be led by your desires, to receive the action steps and make moves, you're not allowing yourself to move forward and take the action that's going to move the needle in your business, life, and or career. Okay. This is huge. And this is what's going to allow you to blow your business the F up. And before I tell you exactly what that is, which if you have been in my world for a bit, I think you already know. But before I tell you exactly what that is, I just want to validate anything. Okay. So as you are manifesting your yes, abundant and successful business that you know that your soul came here to lead, you may be affirming. You may be doing morning mantras. You may be doing the journaling prompts. You may be doing all of the things. And you're like, why the F is this not working? Why is this not working? Let me tell you, girlfriend, I spent years doing all of those things, all of the money mantras, all of the affirmations, all of the scripting, all of the journaling, all of the things. And it was not moving the needle. And what I didn't notice is that, yes, I had the business strategy, which is amazing. I love investing in business strategy and business coaches. I think that is amazing. I think that helps to move the needle tremendously. However, reflecting on my own journey, I noticed that I was massively in comparison mode. Okay. I had the strategy. I knew the steps I needed to take in my business, but I wasn't taking them because I was comparing myself to everyone else, looking around and being like, oh, well, this is what allowed them to be successful. This is what allowed their business to blow up. So I need to implement this method and implement this strategy, and I need to do this, and let me tweak this, and let me adjust this pricing, let me do this. And then I felt myself just becoming like unstable, ungrounded, and just trying. And the frequency of trying places you in resistance to your desires. So not only was I trying all of the methods that weren't moving the needle in the manifestation world, I was also trying to implement and trying to build my business. And I was unknowingly placing myself into resistance, right? And then I would overthink everything. I would overanalyze everything. And then I got myself stuck in analysis paralysis, right? And I wasn't taking action. I wasn't making moves. And this all led me to, because I wasn't feeling enough. I wasn't feeling worthy. I was feeling, who am I to do this? Who am I to have this abundant, successful business? Look at all of these women who are doing what I desire in their business. Must be easy for them. Must work for them, but it doesn't work for me. And so I had this story constantly running in the background that I believe that everyone else got to have success, abundance, and money but me. Everyone else got to have it but me, right? And so what was happening behind the scenes is that although I had all of the business strategy, although I was trying to implement, I wasn't actually moving the needle because I had neural pathways ingrained to lack, which brought me back to feeling not enough. All right. So being in this industry for quite a few years, working with clients of my own, and then also being in coaching programs, being in group coaching programs, I've noticed that not only myself, but working with my clients, past clients, current clients, when we have neural pathways ingrained to lack, those neural pathways are not going to allow us to move forward in alignment with the abundant, successful yes business that we desire, okay? Because it's keeping us here. It's keeping us stuck. And so what you get to do, here it is, what you get to do, and this is going to shift everything for you, is you get to create new money-making neural pathways. You get to get out of lack, that same story, belief, programming, which then you are identifying as, you are showing up as someone who, well, of course your business isn't going to work out. Of course you're going to keep trying. Of course you're doing all the things and it just doesn't work for you. Of course it's easier for everyone else and you're just going to struggle and just get by. Maybe it'll work out next year. Maybe it'll happen in 5 years. Maybe it'll happen in 10 years, but not now, right? And we keep feeding that loop, feeding that narrative, identifying as that person and showing up as her. And what we are doing unknowingly is we are self-protecting ourselves, not allowing ourselves to make moves because of fear, because of something that happened in the past that didn't work out. So we keep telling ourselves, well, of course we are the person who has failed launches. Of course we are the type of person who runs a business where we put out a new offering and no one signs up. Of course, we're the kind of person who their social media is just like fine, and we get 2 to 5 likes or comments or whatever, but like no one cares about me, right? We pull in all of these stories and we're feeding the narrative of lack, of not enough. Okay. And to massively shift your business, you get to pattern interrupt and break that narrative, break that loop that's keeping you stuck, keeping you in experiencing your same external circumstances over and over and over again. And what you get to do is create new money-making neural pathways. When you do that is when your reticular activating system then shows you, oh my gosh, here's an idea that came out of nowhere that I get to weave into, and it's just a simple tweak in my messaging, right? Where then 5, 10, 15 people come into my offering. I have clients coming into my DMs out of nowhere, so excited to work with me because I just tweaked my messaging the tiniest bit. Right? It could be something that subtle, that easy, that makes huge, massive shifts for you that was always there, that was always floating in your vicinity, but your reticular activating system kept showing you all that isn't working, all that wasn't working in your business because you had neural pathways ingrained to lack, taking you back to feeling not enough and taking you back to these old stories and old identity. All right. So when you create new money-making neural pathways, your reticular activating system shows you all of the ideas, all of the different ways that you can create, that you can make moves, that you can take action, and you feel excited to do that. You feel confident doing that, even though you may have fear. That's okay. You know that you're making moves in alignment with your desire, in alignment with your vision, right? You're playing in quantum physics. You're shifting out of Newtonian physics, shifting out of logic. And so I say this quite often, and your next $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $1 million, multi-million dollar idea could be right in front of you, just waiting to come in and reveal itself to you. But when we have neural pathways ingrained to lack, your reticular activating system isn't going to show you that idea, okay? Because it's going to keep showing you more and more and more of what's not working. To get out of that, to get out of this problem-oriented mindset, compounding the energy of lack, you get to create new money-making neural pathways. And girl, you know that's my specialty, my expertise. That's exactly what I'm going to lead you through and guide you through in creating new money-making neural pathways inside Manifest That Shit University. All right, so in addition to creating new money-making neural pathways to massively blow up your business, you also get to decide. And let me take you down memory lane to 2019, 2020. This is actually a story I just recently shared on a podcast. And I was like, I don't even know if I shared this on my own podcast. I don't know. My mom brain times 2, maybe remind me. I don't know. But I'm going to share it right now. So if you did not know this, I used to be a full-time yoga teacher. That was my dream. That was my desire. I did it. I made it happen. Like I fucking was a trailblazer for Asana Rebel. That may be how you're in my world. You can go to the app. You'll see me there. I created a whole collection. Like, yes, queen, I did it. Okay. Amazing. After that, I felt called in a more expansive direction. So what I started to do is I started to coach yoga and wellness teachers to have their own yoga business full-time. All right. And that was amazing. I loved doing that. What I noticed working with those clients is that we would come up with this strategy. When it came to implementation, I felt their resistance. And so working together, we would work through their mindset blocks. We would work through their resistance, through imposter syndrome, through all the things that came up. And from there, I was like, this is the missing piece. Little did I know back then, 5+ years ago, that it was all about getting out of lack neural pathways and creating new money-making neural pathways, regulating your wealth encoding and shifting into the quantum physics, which is everything I teach now. But I felt myself having this deep desire to support that piece, to support reprogramming the subconscious mind, to support rewiring so that they could shift their identity, make moves, and show up as the woman who has the abundant, successful business. And it comes in with ease. It blows up like fucking that, right? And so that's when I dove into and got certified in EFT tapping, hypnotherapy, neurolinguistic programming, everything that I do now. And then from there, of course, I shifted into manifestation coaching and abundance frequency. And so bringing it back full circle and just reflecting on my own journey, and this is something that you get to reflect as well. You get to a point in your business, in your life, where you're like, I'm ready for something different. I'm ready for something more. And I know that that's going to require something different from me. It's going to require me to show up differently. It's going to require me to make different moves. It's going to require me to receive different support, right? There is a requirement from myself that I get to implement if I desire something different. And so what I reflected on is that I got to commit to and decide to rewrite my story, to rewire my brain, right? Because I knew that I was making moves and showing up from the identity, from the programming of someone who is not enough, of someone who is always going to struggle with money, with abundance, with clients, with success, with sales, with everything under the sun, right? I was identifying as someone who this was hard for me, hard to make money, hard to do what it was that I desired to do with my life, with my business. And so because I knew that that was a neurological hardware going on behind the scenes, I knew that I got to choose to commit to and decide to rewire the hardware so that I could show up and identify as the successful, abundant business owner who really stands strong in her power with confidence and conviction, right? I got to decide that. No one else was going to make that decision for me except me, right? And the things that I had to do that I got to do from 2019, 2020 version of me to where I am now is I got to work on my money mindset, my relationship with money. I got to create new money-making neural pathways to get out of lack. I got to shift out of Newtonian physics into the quantum realm and receive soul-aligned action from there, and then take the action from there, make the moves from there. I got to install new neurological hardware, right? I hypnotized myself. Which sounds like funny, but it's also really awesome. I hypnotized myself to show up and identify as the person who I am now compared to who I was in 2019, 2020, right? And as a hypnotherapist, these are things you can do to yourself. I did the inner work, which then allowed me to become a different version of myself, which allowed me to show up differently, which allowed me to stand really strong in my power where I am unwavering in my power. Is this a daily practice? Yes, it fucking is. And that's the beauty of it. You get to practice this and you get to become more and more and more and more. When you show up as her with that new neurological hardware, having this new relationship with money, shifting out of logic, shifting out of Newtonian physics into the quantum realm, regulating your wealth encoding, that's when you feel not only connected to yourself, to your soul, to your mission, grounded in who the fuck you are and who you came here to be, you're also connected to source. That's where you receive all of the ideas, all the inspiration, and that's where you take action. And it's easy to take action because you installed that new neurological hardware. You now have new money-making neural pathways. And from there, money automatically and inevitably responds to you, because of who you are, because of the inner work that you allowed yourself to do. And let me tell you, I used to think that this was like a whole effing job to create new neural pathways, to shift out of Newtonian physics, to regulate your wealth encoding. It's not. It's so easy. It's so easy. And most of these things I do in my sleep. Okay. And I made it easy for myself. I make it easy for my clients because I don't want this to feel like another thing you have to do. I don't want any heaviness, any pressure, any overwhelm around it. It gets to be really easy. And when you begin to shift your identity and create new neural pathways for yourself and show up as her, as the one, as the bitch, whatever you want to call yourself, the one where everything works for you very easily and effortlessly, that is so fucking fun. And it gets to be fun. And that's where you are desire led. You're not led by logic. You're not led by neural pathways of lack, keeping you small, keeping you in resistance to where you're meant to go, to your abundant, successful business. You're allowing yourself to make the moves and effing go there. That is the shift. That is what you get to implement. These are the science-backed techniques that I teach in my work to allow your business to blow the F up, to allow yourself to have the abundant, successful business that your soul came here to create and lead. And it gets to be fucking fun. It gets to be fun. That's something I will say over and over and over again. As I'm saying that, I am rewiring your subconscious mind to know and believe that building your business, allowing your business to blow the F up gets to be fun. It 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 gets to be playful. It gets to be fuck yes. That's being led by your desire. Oh, it feels so good. I know that right now you feel lighter. I know that right now you feel excited. I know that right now you feel, oh, there's a solution. There's a solution. I don't need to implement any more strategy. You can if you want, of course. I fucking love business strategy. The missing piece was the money-making neural pathways to allow you to make the moves, to allow you to move forward, to allow yourself to receive your next $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $1 million, multi-million dollar idea that's meant for you, okay? That you came here to have, hold, receive, become, enjoy. Oh, that feels so fucking good. All right, my love. If you desire to create new money-making neural pathways, I'd love to hop on a free abundance manifestation audit with you so I can tell you what's going on subconsciously, energetically, and emotionally behind the scenes so I can give you feedback so that we can shift, implement, and allow you to manifest your next $1,000 or more, so much more in the next 33 days. All right, my love, I'm going to pop that link in the show notes for us to schedule our abundance audit, or you can DM me on Instagram audit and we can get that scheduled today. All right, my love, if you loved this episode, you love this podcast, I would be so grateful if you gave us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Take a screenshot, send it to me before you hit submit, and I'll send you my F Yes Money hypnosis. I'm so excited for your expansion and to watch your business blow the F up. I'll see you in the next episode. Mwah. That was so much freaking fun. If you love this episode as much as I did, please take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram at @the_badassbabe so I can share and celebrate you. And I have a special gratitude gift for you. If you're feeling called, please give us a 5-star rating and write your review on Apple Podcasts. Take a screenshot, submit it. Let me know and I'll send you instant access to my Fuck Yes Money hypnosis as a thank you, and I'll see you in the next episode.